beautiful. I am Kim Kerrigan, and I am so thrilled to be here today. And I thank each and every one of you for being here for the Gold Star Family's tree dedication, of course, presented by the Military Friends Foundation. On behalf of the organization, they want to thank all of the Gold Star families, the military members, and our partners who are here in the room today. And we'll slowly but surely get to know each and every one of those groups as we continue. I want to tell you that as a member of the media for many, many years here in Boston, I've had the great pleasure of covering this event, but this is the first time that I've been directly involved, and it is a real honor. So it's terrific to be here. We are so grateful to the governor, of course, Governor Maura Healey, who is here, and for all of the support that she has provided to our Gold Star community. And we'll have the great pleasure of hearing from her in just a moment. But first, I want to bring our first speaker here to the podium. I'd like to introduce you to retired Brigadier General Thomas Sellers. He's an Iraq War veteran, and he is the president of the Military Friends Foundation. Let's welcome him.
Thank you very much. Governor, it's a real pleasure having you here today, and it's fantastic to see so many familiar faces. As I stand here today, surrounded by Gold Star families, fellow veterans, and leaders who support the military community, I'm reminded of something quite powerful, actually. Service creates a bond, but sacrifice creates a family. And this type of an event brings that family together. But we are most importantly here to remember and recognize the warriors that have given so much to this nation. Since 1776, millions of men and women have worn the uniform, raised their right hand knowing the cost could be everything. And generation after generation, families like yours carry that cost. Quietly, courageously, and with strength that most people will never understand. As we move into the holiday season, this tree is our public promise that Massachusetts will not let these names fade. We will never forget the warriors that are represented by each of these ornaments. So thank you very much for being here. I would ask that you please rise for presentation of the colors. Colors, post. This color presentation is made by the United States Constitution Color Guard Detail and the 54th Massachusetts Regiment Honor Guard. At this time, I would ask the Massachusetts and Rhode Island President of the Gold Star Mothers, Robin Abbott, and Gold Star Wives of Greater Boston, Peggy Griffith, to please come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. We are joined by St. Mary's Lynn Chorus, who will lead us in the anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we
General, thank you very much, and thank you very much to the choir. They were wonderful, weren't they? They were really terrific. Everybody can have a seat. I'd now like to bring up to the podium Chaplain James Harrison from the Massachusetts Army National Guard. He's going to lead us in today's invocation.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we thank you for giving us life. We thank you for allowing us to see this day. We thank you for blessing us with this opportunity to come together in fellowship and in love as we honor our Massachusetts Gold Star families. We ask that you allow this event to be a blessing among those who are gathered here and in honor of the sacred memory of our lost ones. We also ask that you bless the words of all those who will speak to us today. Allow their words to be an inspiration. Allow their words to provide comfort, especially through these tough times we are in. Even in the midst of the darkness that sometimes clouds our commonwealth and our nation, we know that the true light of love will always shine through. Continue to guide us throughout this day and throughout this ceremony in love. Amen.
You know, one of the things that makes this such a wonderful experience is that we get to share community. And so I'm going to just take a moment to ask everyone if they would like to take just a second and look to your right and look to your left and wish someone happy holidays. How about that? Let's all do it, shall we? Happy holidays. All right, terrific. You know, I think that we're all in this room and we're sharing kindness, which we all know we all need, that's for sure. But I don't know if any of us wished Santa happy holiday. Happy holiday, Santa. We are now honored to hear from a Gold Star spouse who carries her hero's memory forward with so much love and so much strength. Please join me in welcoming Courtney Deegan. She is the widow of U.S. Army Ranger Sergeant McDouglas John Deegan. Mac served in the 1st Ranger Battalion, and he will always be remembered for his service and, of course, his love for his family. Courtney is with us today with their son, Sawyer, who is 6 years old, and she'd like to share a few words and a poem. So please join me in welcoming both Courtney and Sawyer.
My dad, I miss my dad, and I really, really love him. Yeah.
And thank you for having us here
And
today.
thank you for having us here today.
All right, thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here today as well. So my husband, we called him Mac. He passed away 4.5 years ago when Sawyer was 2.5. If I'm being honest, the days that followed his passing are a bit of a blur. Anyone who's lost someone close to them can probably relate. So there's not a lot that I specifically remember from that time, but I do remember meeting Sarah from the Military Friends Foundation. I remember being at the airport waiting for the plane that was bringing my husband home to arrive. We were waiting for what felt like hours, but probably wasn't. And in walked Sarah with this huge bag of buttons. And to others, it could seem like something so simple, but for us, it was just a reminder that we were seen by those around us, and that my husband was not going to be forgotten, and our family wasn't going to be forgotten. Sarah and the Military Friends Foundation has since shown up for us over and over again, and I am eternally grateful to them for just ensuring that we have never walked this road alone, and we will never walk this road alone, especially for this little guy right here. And I'm thankful for the community that they continue to provide us, and that my son will grow up knowing that his father will be remembered by more than just our family, that he'll never feel alone. So thank you. They say it takes a village, but for a Gold Star family, it takes an entire foundation of heroes. And I would like to share a poem with you. I'm going to read a poem. Can you hold on one second? Thank you. It's titled Missing You at Christmas. There's a little place within my heart that is with me every day, a place where all my memories are softly tucked away. It is a perfect place in my grief for me to go, for words could not explain how much we miss you so. And now that once again Christmas time has come around, it's where the sweetest memories and thoughts of you are found. Thank you all.
It is not easy to get in front of a crowd and speak. It's especially not easy to speak about something so close to your heart. So I think all of us can acknowledge how much we appreciate Courtney and Sawyer coming here today to talk with us. So thank you again. Governor Maura Healey has consistently shown up for Massachusetts veterans, service members, and military families. She works very hard with veteran services, and she supports, of course, the Gold Star community. So it is my great honor to be able to introduce the governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the Honorable Maura Healey.
Good afternoon. Kim, thank you so much for joining us here today. To Courtney and Sawyer, you can't top that, but we thank you for being here with us today and for your contributions. Yeah, you're still, yeah, hey buddy. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I know what he's destined for in life. All good things. I just want to begin by saying to all of you, of all the events that I have the privilege of participating in throughout the year, this is the most meaningful event. And I bring regards from Joanna, who sadly can't be here today. She wasn't feeling well and didn't want to cause problems for anyone, but she too shares that sentiment, that this is the most meaningful event of the year. And on behalf of our family, on behalf of our administration, we welcome everyone to the State House, the People's House, for this beautiful gathering. I know today is about honoring those who gave everything in service of our great country. It is about honoring as well the families who love and miss them. Today, we're joined by many members of the legislature. If you don't mind, I'd like to acknowledge them because I don't think you'll find a more supportive legislature in the entire country than the one we have here in Massachusetts when it comes to taking care of military members and their families and veterans. Representative Steve Zaros is with us. And of course, we're thinking of Nick. Yep. He is a Gold Star dad, we're thinking of Nick today. He's with you always. Joining Representative Zaros, we have Representatives Pluff, Gallagher, Giannino, Senator Crichton, Representative McKenna, Rep. Owens, Representatives Phillips, Wong, Paulino, Moakley, Sylvia, Schwartz, Pacino, Sangiolo, Kearney, Armini, Senator Rush, Representative Haggerty, Representative Cairns, Representative Ouellette, Senator DiDomenico. I know others will be joining us throughout this afternoon, but we thank all of you for your work. It's also an honor to be joined by our treasurer, Deb Goldberg, our auditor, Diana DeZoglio, and our Deputy Secretary of Veterans Services, Andrea Gale Bennett. I also want to acknowledge and thank them for their leadership. I mentioned Mike Rush, but our veterans chairs in particular, Senator Rush and Representative Joe McGonigal. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you to Robin and to Peggy for what you do throughout the year, for all the support that you give to our Gold Star families and making this such an inspiring gathering and community really throughout the year. And thank you to everybody who's here to support. Big shout out to Sarah Sweeney and of course, where's Sarah? You know, Sarah, where are you? You know, that's the thing about Sarah Sweeney. She never stops working, and she's always in the background, making things go. It's never about herself. And Courtney talked about Sarah being on the tarmac, being at the airport, and she shows up time and time again. I just had the honor to be with Sarah a little while ago, meeting with some folks, and I just want to say thank you to Sarah. And Sarah, if you were here and not hustling around, where are you? Come here. Come here. We thank Sarah and everyone at the Military Friends Foundation, and special thank you to our good friend, the fabulous General Tom Sellers. Thank you once again for being with us, sir. We had the wonderful honor guard a few moments ago, and with us today is Commander Crystal Schaefer of the USS Constitution. Thank you, Commander. We're proud. You know, Massachusetts is home, the birthplace to the Navy, the birthplace of the National Guard, the birthplace of the Coast Guard, the birthplace of the Marines. That's true, by the way. George Washington did that. But that's how proud we are of our Massachusetts military history, a history that's deep, that precedes the 250 years of this state, actually. Men and women have been showing up to serve this great Commonwealth and our people, and we're grateful to all of our veterans, our military members, and of course, their families. I mentioned I was with Sarah just a few moments ago. I was up in the office with mixed emotions because while this is a beautiful community and gathering, it is not a community that one seeks to join. But every year that I've been here, we've welcomed, and you have welcomed, new members, new families into this community. And I just want to acknowledge with us today the family of United States Army Sergeant Gifford Metz, Connor and Esperanza, who are here with us today. I also want to acknowledge the family of Army Specialist Stephen Guzman, his mother and dad, Stephen and Belky, and Sister Sarah Bell are here with us today. We're also thinking today of other families. Family of U.S. Marine Corps Private Adam Kahn, who's also the grandson of Representative Alan Sylvia in this building. Naval Petty Officer Jaden Booker. World War II heroes, Sergeant Lorraine Lord and Corporal John Edwinson, who's represented today by his nephew Don, I just met with. You may remember there were remains returned earlier this year to Wilmington, Massachusetts. Those were of Corporal Edwinson, and we're pleased to be able to honor those two heroes brought home this year after many years missing in action. And to all the Gold Star families here today and across the state, we thank you. You're brought together by the hardest experience imaginable, the loss of someone who meant everything to you and to your family. I know it's a holiday season and you feel that void every single day, and in particular around the holidays. I want you to know that we know that while they're your heroes, there are heroes too, and they're Massachusetts heroes. They live on in your hearts, and really that's what this tree and these photographs are meant to represent, is the fact that this space, Memorial Hall, which holds the flags of so many times that Massachusetts men and women were in action. This hall, being very sacred, is the place of this tree and the place where we honor our fallen heroes. We also know that this ceremony is meant to represent a commitment on behalf of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to our Gold Star families and to those who serve. And that's something that we must show not just today, but of course every day. One of the things that I'm proud to be able to announce is that we're putting forth a new Massachusetts Gold Star Family Toolkit. This is our state's first comprehensive guide, and the point is to help families navigate the benefits and the services that they're owed across the federal, state, and local governments, as well as from nonprofit partners. It has information for families about scholarships that kids and grandkids may be eligible for, other resources for education, healthcare, housing, jobs, financial assistance, and community connection. It's dedicated exclusively for our Gold Star families, and it is nothing more than what you all deserve. I also want to take a moment because yesterday I had an opportunity to sign a bill into law, and it was a bill that will honor and bring heightened awareness about the prevalence of suicide. It's very important that we talk about it. I commend families who've had the courage to come forward and tell their stories. And I'm wearing this pin. Doc, I see you. I wear this pin. I was proud to sign that law, stand with many families yesterday. That's also work that we're going to continue to support here in Massachusetts. Honoring you, Gold Star families, through this ceremony, you know what it does, selfishly? It's how we honor Massachusetts, because there's nothing better than what you all represent. This year and moving into the next, we're going to be commemorating the 250th anniversary of the founding of America, which started right here in this state. A time when ordinary people stepped forward to serve and led a revolution that gave birth to this great nation. And at every moment in our history, including today, it is the people and the families who step forward to serve in the military who make all of our freedoms and blessings possible. That is the tradition that you represent. That is the tradition that we honor today. And it is why, as governor, I call on everyone in our state all year round to remember and honor your loved ones and to keep them and your families in our prayers and in our hearts. I hope that this season brings a measure of peace, of comfort, of hope to all of you, and we hope that the light we share today reminds all of us of our enduring responsibility to take care of those who have taken care of us and have given so much. So thank you. God bless you. God bless all of our men and women in uniform. I hope that you feel our love and support every day, not just this holiday, but especially this holiday season. Thank you all for coming out this afternoon.
Governor Healey, thank you for your continued support of this wonderful tradition, a tradition that is so important to everyone in this room, but really, as you said, important to communities across our state. So thank you very, very much. All right, what would a gathering at this time of year be without a little music, right? So I am very excited to welcome, I believe it's off to my right here, the Victorian Carolers, and they are going to grace us with a wonderful rendition of "Oh, Christmas Tree."
Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. The sight of you at Christmas time spreads hope and gladness far and wide. Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Oh, Christmas tree, you bear a wondrous message. Oh, Christmas tree, you bear a wondrous message. You do proclaim the Savior's birth, goodwill to men and peace on earth. Oh, Christmas tree, you bear a wondrous message. O Tannenbaum, wie treu sind deine Blätter. O Tannenbaum, wie treu sind deine Blätter. Du grüßt dich nur zur Sommerzeit, nein, auch im Winter, wenn es schneit. O Tannenbaum, wie treu sind deine Blätter.
All right, I'd like to welcome our next guest to the podium, and I hope that you will all join me in welcoming State Treasurer and Receiver General of Massachusetts. This is, of course, the Honorable Deborah Goldberg. And Madam Treasurer, we'd like to thank you for all of the amazing support that you give to this community. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Kim. I'm extending my heart to those who are in pain. And it's my own heavy heart that I join with all of you, the governor, the auditor, all of our distinguished guests. I know that, but for the grace of God go I, that my dad, naval officer, National Guard also, did not get lost in battle, and that I was able to enjoy a full life with him. But it was but for the grace of God. And so I know so well how heavy your hearts are and how difficult it is to come out here and yet look at all of you sharing with each other, because that's what it's about. We're all here to support each other. And today, for me, this is a tribute to your loved ones, your sons, daughters, fathers, mothers, sisters, your families. They gave of themselves for this nation to preserve everything beautiful about this nation. And I, for one, that is what moved me to go into public service, to be able to serve you and to serve our nation. That's why I was so excited when I found out that Vets Bonuses was under my office, because it gave me the personal ability to acknowledge people's service to our state, to their families, to our democracy. And so it is always an honor, each and every benefit that we are able to send out. And when I meet people, I go, have you signed up for your bonus? Because if you haven't, we're going to do it for you right away. In fact, one time, it's a true story, we had a married couple. They'd both done 7 tours each. And they brought their newborn baby into my office. And the bonuses we were able to give them for every tour was a down payment on a house in Franklin, Mass. So this work that we all do, and by the way, I was going to give a standing ovation to Sarah, but Sarah, do you want another one? Because we love you, Sarah. There she is. You know, in my faith, we have an expression, refuah shlema, for a perfect healing. And Sarah's daughter has had some struggles, her little beautiful baby girl. And so Sarah, refuah shlema, for a perfect healing. So today is bittersweet. This magnificent tree will never replace your loved one, but please know that every heart in this building, every heart in this state, we all are dedicated to you, and whatever we can all do just to make it a little less bitter and a little more sweet. Together, your loved ones will never be forgotten. And so I give each and every one of you my heart, my love, my caring self, and wish you all the sweetness of the holiday, and that what we can do to help all of you take some of the edge off the pain. So please enjoy the day. Let's celebrate the children and move forward together. Thank you.
Treasurer, thank you very much. I now would like to bring up State Auditor and the Honorable Diana DiZoglio. Now, we want to thank the auditor because she certainly keeps our veterans and our military families as a cornerstone to her leadership. And today, I know that she has a special letter that she'd like to read on behalf of a Gold Star mother.
Friends, thank you so much for always showing up. I want to thank the Governor, the Treasurer, Madam Secretary, Chair Rush, Chair McGonigal, members of the legislature for making sure to always show up for the Gold Star families who come out to this every year. But I also want to thank all of the families, you yourselves, for showing up every year. This is a hard time of year, as we know. It's hard for folks who haven't lost loved ones in the tragic circumstances that your families have experienced. It's a tough time of year. It's cold. It's dark. It's lonely for many, many people who don't have someone to reach out to, a hand to hold, someone to talk to, someone to share their experiences with. And I think it is so important that we come together during these times, that we spend time together, quality time together, uplifting one another, sharing stories, be they good or bad, talking about what's been going on in our lives, encouraging one another, showing love to one another. It's a very tumultuous time in this nation, friends. It's a very tumultuous time. There are a lot of things seeking to divide us across the state, across this nation. But I believe that coming together in rooms like this and sharing in our humanity and sharing in our shared values and offering love and support and encouragement to each other, it can bring so much comfort to someone that you don't even know is struggling. We don't know what people are going through. You could be sitting right next to someone who's wearing a smile, not knowing that they're suffering from PTSD, not knowing that they're suffering from crippling anxiety, crippling depression, not knowing how they're going to go on and face the next day. So I want to thank you for coming together and for supporting each other, and I especially want to thank those in the Gold Star Mothers who are led by Peggy and Robin and all these wonderful women we see up front here today. But I'd like to invite Robin Abbott to join me up at this podium, please. If you'd give Robin a really gracious welcome, everybody. Robin has led the Gold Star Mothers. I met Robin years ago, I think when I was a state rep.
Went to your inauguration.
Yes. Well, thank you. Skipping around the Merrimack Valley. But friends, Robin is here today and stands with me. And she has been so kind as to offer a reading of the poem that she wrote. For those of you who don't know, Robin lost her son to issues pertaining to PTSD. Her son who served this great nation. We're forever indebted to Robin, to her family, and to all of you. And I'm humbled to have been asked to read this poem that Robin wrote. We stand here before you, representatives of an elite crowd. We are broken-hearted family members who always remain proud. We're called Gold Star families, a title no one should bear. But the definition is one we hope to make all aware. It isn't a privilege or something you earn. It's a title whose meaning all need to learn. We wish every day that our title never existed. For in order to obtain it, we lost loved ones who enlisted. Our soldiers are heroes, patriots and brave. The price for our title is the life that they gave. We don't ask for accolades, notoriety, or glory. We just want to tell our brave soldiers' story. We work to ensure veterans are treated with respect. We honor their memories and the flag they fought to protect. We don't ask for sympathy, fortune, or fame. We just ask that you remember each soldier's name. Whether engraved on a plaque, a bridge, or simply spoken, it helps heal all these hearts that are broken. It doesn't matter how or in what manner, just remember the meaning of the Gold Star banner. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you both. As I take a moment and I look around this room, I realize that we need to be very thankful for so many of our military and veteran families, and especially those who support all the men and women who are in uniform. I'd like to recognize a few individuals who are with us here today who support Gold Star families through the Military Friends Foundation. I'm going to ask all of you to hold your applause, if you will, until we get to the end. Joining us, and we want to be very thankful to the Boston Athletic Association and Jack Fleming, the Boston Bruins Foundation, Bob Sweeney and John Whiteside, TD Bank and Teamsters Local 653. I also see in the room there are leaders like Dave O'Leary, Randy Greeley, Commissioner Rob Santiago, and Tom Lyons. We appreciate all of you more than we can possibly say. Thank you very, very much. Now, I am extremely proud to introduce the commander of the oldest commissioned warship in the nation, Commander Crystal Schaefer. Commander Schaefer is the 78th commander of the USS Constitution. She is the second woman to be the commander, and we are so happy that she is with us here today. It's very nice to meet you.
Good afternoon. I would like to thank our Gold Star families that are here in attendance, Governor Healey, to General Sellers, to the distinguished guests, the Military Friends Foundation, and to all those who are here to support our Gold Star families. It is an honor to speak here this afternoon and carry on the traditions of past commanders from the Constitution. You know, I was not able to attend last year since I was home spending time with my family. And as a service member, we get our strength from our families. That support of our families and our friends at home, we would never be able to do what we do without that support at home. So I want to thank you. And if your loved ones were standing here, I'm sure that they would also be thanking you. So again, I do want to thank you for allowing me to spend the time with my family, because I know that those are numbered. But as we gather today to light the holiday tree at the Massachusetts State House, we do so with deep gratitude, humility, and remembrance. Our history is written not only in the victories and milestones, but in the lives of our sailors, our soldiers, our airmen, our Marines, and our Coast Guardsmen, those who stood the watch before us, and to the families who bore the cost. Too many of those families never saw their loved ones return home. To the Gold Star families, you have endured a loss that can never fully be measured or repaid. You have given more than anyone ever should be asked to give. Your loved ones answered the ultimate call to serve our nation. And their courage and sacrifice and devotion to duty will never be forgotten. Let us acknowledge that each light, each ornament, each face that we see on this tree is a symbol of remembrance and hope, representing a life of service, a family forever changed, and a promise that our nation will keep faith, will hold them close, and remember, not just during the holidays, but forever. As the commanding officer of the USS Constitution, I am reminded daily of the service and sacrifices of service members, those who fought bravely to defend the freedoms and liberties that we enjoy. To stand watch over the ship is more than just duty to me. It is an honor. And I am, myself and my sailors, we are caretakers of a living legacy. But what I like to refer to her as is a memorial ship. One that belongs not only to the Navy, but to American families across generations, and especially to our Gold Star families. On behalf of the officers and the crew of the USS Constitution, I thank you for allowing me to be here, to honor your loved ones, to remember their sacrifice, and to help carry their legacy forward. To our Gold Star families, your loved ones live on through the values they embodied: courage, commitment, and selfless service. It is because of families like yours that our nation remains strong, free, and secure today, and for generations of Americans to come. May this holiday season bring you peace, comfort, and the enduring knowledge that your sacrifice will never be forgotten, and that your family members are among the nation's greatest treasures. Thank you, and God bless America. Happy holidays to all.
Commander, thank you for being here. I'd now like to welcome a real treat. This is Soulfully Versed. They're an a cappella group. They are students from Suffolk University. They have a wonderful history, and if you have a moment and you don't know it, be sure that you take a look on the website because it's really a wonderful story. They're here to sing "O Holy Night."
Long lay the world in sin and error pining till he appeared and the soul felt its word. A thrill of a hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder brings a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night. Oh, night divine.
I don't know who wants to follow that act, honestly. Thank you, ladies, so much. That was absolutely fabulous. Let's welcome to the podium here the chairs of the Veterans and Federal Affairs Legislative Committees. Joining us is Senator Mike Rush and Representative Joe McGonigal.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is a privilege and honor to be with you this afternoon as we pay tribute to those who have died in service to this country. I'd like to particularly thank the organizers, and they've been thanked several times, but certainly deserve it because this is no small feat and an incredible, as the governor mentioned earlier, this really is one of the absolute highlight, incredible events that takes place in this building every year. I want to thank the Mass Military Friends, specifically General Sellers and Sarah for the work they do every year to make this. They'll start planning tomorrow for next year. So I want to thank the governor, the treasurer, the auditor, as well as all the legislators who have joined us here today. Particularly, I'd like to thank Senate President Karen Spilka, who was unable to make it, but I bring greetings on her behalf to each and every one of you. Chair Rodrick, who was with us earlier, as well as Senator Crichton, Senator Edwards, Senator Cronin, Senator O'Connor, Senator Tarr, Senator Moore, all had been in and out, and just want to thank them for their continued support. I also want to give a big shout out to my co-chair, Representative McGonigal, who's doing a phenomenal job in his role, getting wonderful veterans legislation through here each and every day. So thank you to Chair McGonigal for his work. Appreciate that, Joe. And very quickly, Chair Velas always would be with us, but as many of you know, Chairman John Velas, Senator Velas, also wears a dual hat in the Army National Guard. He's currently on deployment serving our nation. So certainly we keep him in our thoughts and our prayers as he's on deployment, and thank him for the tremendous work that he does. As many of you know, the history of the Gold Star families begins during World War I, where individuals who had service members killed in action would wear a black armband to signify their loss. This changed through World War II with the hanging of blue stars in individuals' windows to display those family members serving in the military, and gold stars for those who were lost in service to our nation. As a commander in the United States Navy and Iraq War veteran, I had the privilege this very morning at a cemetery south of Boston to fold a flag for a deceased veteran at 11 o'clock, 1100 hours. The words spoken to every family member with a deceased veteran, and in particular the Gold Star families, are said at graveside, but as you know, live in your hearts forever. On behalf of the President of the United States, a grateful nation, a proud military, it is our privilege to present this flag of our country in honor of your service members' service and sacrifice. As I spoke those words this morning, I particularly was mindful of you in this ceremony, our Gold Star families, those left behind, who did not have the knowledge of the expectancy of the loss of your loved ones. Let us continue to honor their service and sacrifice by living better lives and keeping their memories alive for all to know and to cherish. Live by the words that they lived and died by, words like honor, commitment, courage. At a difficult holiday season, I wish you the very best and keep you in my thoughts and prayers. God bless each and every one of you. God bless the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Great job, Michael. Senator, I apologize, or Commander. But good afternoon, everyone. I'm State Representative Joe McGonigal. And thank you all for being here and allowing me to speak today. Thank you to everyone who put this event together, the Mass Military Foundation, and the incredible Sarah Sweeney. Thank you, Madam Governor, Madam Treasurer, Madam Auditor, and the biggest thank you to all of you is you, the Gold Star families. Thank you for sharing your beloved with us, especially at this special yet difficult holiday season. And like past speakers before me, I'll be honest with you, I wish none of us had to be here today. It breaks my heart that every year we add new names to this list and welcome new families to the fold. But yet it is through events like this and through the Gold Star community that the spirit of your loved ones not only lives on, but their stories are shared and their legacies are solidified. I can never fully express the immense gratitude I have for your sons, daughters, fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, grandparents, friends, and you all for sharing them with us. I'm the son of a Korean War vet and a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army. He raised myself and my sisters to understand the sacrifice that comes with serving your country and to hold our military members, veterans, and their families with the highest respect. I have to thank Speaker Mariano. He doesn't realize what he did for me, for putting me in this position as the House Chair on the Committee for Veterans and Federal Affairs. It is, without a doubt, the pinnacle of my 11-year career here. And in my 11 years, I don't believe I've missed one of these ceremonies. Every single Gold Star family tree lighting ceremony, every time, I'm blown away by the dedication of the families and organizations that make this event so symbolic. A few years ago, when we held this ceremony outside due to COVID, I met someone who changed my life and who became an amazing friend. Robin Abbott. Robin Abbott, I can't look at her. Robin Abbott shared the story of her son Jason, a young man who I watched win Super Bowls playing football for Everett High School. And I heard many stories from his coaches of what a great kid he was. A little mischievous, but he's from Everett, Governor. Do you know what I mean? But what I did not know was that when Jason came home from serving our country in Operation Iraqi Freedom, he was fighting another war. And though we tragically lost Jason, I'm deeply grateful to him that he opened my eyes to the new battle in front of us. There is a whole generation of veterans coming home with the scars of war that suffer PTSD and end up taking their own lives. And now they are on this tree. As chairman of this committee, I believe it is my duty to do what I can to curtail this pandemic. And just yesterday, I was honored to witness Governor Healey sign into law September 22nd as Military Service Members and Veteran Suicide Awareness Remembrance Day. And though we can't bring these brave men and women back, we can commit to honoring their memory and legacy. And with that, I'd like to once again thank you for being here and letting your heroes be our heroes. And I hope you feel the support of the Commonwealth standing with you. And I know that we are forever indebted to you. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy New Year. God bless you, God bless the Commonwealth, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Very much. We appreciate your words today. We're going to lighten things up just a little bit here. And I'd like to invite all the young people. Now, you could be young at heart, I guess, if you'd like to join us. But we'd like all the young people to come up to the Christmas tree, if you so desire, and we'd love to have you. And we'd like to have Deputy Secretary of Veterans Services, retired Brigadier General Andrea Gale Bennett, come and join us. And she is going to read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." It's good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, so come on up, guys. Come on up, anybody who'd like to come up.
Come a little closer. You guys come a little closer.
Sorry, right behind you.
That's good. That's good. No, that's fine. That's fine. So good afternoon, everyone. It is truly my honor to stand in for the First Lady. If you hadn't noticed, I'm not her. It is just a privilege and an honor to be able to be here, and thank you all for being here. But before I start, I want to ask these young people, how many of you have heard this story before? A few of you, that's good. But this afternoon, it's a little different. We are sitting here underneath this magnificent tree that is a reminder and a remembrance of all of those who served our country, and it's for families who have lost someone who have served our country. And so we are here to just remember and honor them. And while you listen to the story, I would like you to imagine this story traveling to all of the homes and all of the families and all of the people who have lost someone in their service. So can you do that for me? Okay, let's begin. So 'twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a chatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner, and Blitzen. Well, not yet. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop, the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney, St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But no, not yet. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." The end. And so now I ask everyone to join Santa and the Victorian carols as we sing Jingle Bells.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Everyone! Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seized his lot. He got into a drifted bank, and we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is wide, go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing this sleighing song. Just get a bobtail nag, 240 for his speed. Then hitch into an open sleigh and crack, you take the lead. Everyone! Ooh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Terrific, everyone. Thank you again for that wonderful reading. Let's thank the Brigadier General. And if you guys would like to go back and find your seats, that would be terrific. Thank you, and you can take everything with you, okay? Yeah, I think you can. I'm giving you permission. What do you say? All right? Yes, sir, you may. Yeah, there you go. All right, so you guys go ahead and find your seats, okay? Thank you very much. All right. Sure. Absolutely, sweetheart. You bet you can. Now that's a big brother everybody needs. He says, "Could I get one for my sister?" I love that. I hope everybody is enjoying this. It's just been such a lovely experience, I think, for everybody in the room. And now we want to move on to really recognizing our Gold Star families. And to do so, I'm happy to introduce today Mike Sweeney. Mike is an Afghanistan veteran. He's a Tough Ruck board member, and he is a steadfast advocate when it comes to our veterans community. So with great pleasure, let's bring Mike Sweeney to the podium.
If I could start off, thank you, Kim, by the way, I really appreciate it. And just a round of applause for the kids who were up and all the, just. That is not a long book, but it is not a short book, and they deserve an awful lot of credit for being so well behaved. Thank you very much. And I do it every year. If I could shamelessly look out for myself and say thank you very much, Santa Claus. Thank you for everything you did today. First, I just want to say to every Gold Star family here, every family of the fallen, we honor you, and we will not let your loved ones' names fade. Their service is written into the story of this Commonwealth and this great nation, and into the heart of this room. And I want to especially thank Governor Healey, thank you very much, and the legislature, for legislators, for their steadfast support, not just for veterans, but for Gold Star families, for being here every year and being here when it counts. Thank you so much, Governor Healey. Thank you. You know, those of us who wear the uniform learn a very simple truth. No one serves alone. And that must remain true after the uniform comes off. Some wounds are visible, too many are not. And I don't think I can shock anyone in this room and speak to the community that we're in, that far too many feel that they have to walk that path alone, but they don't. So today I just want to remind everybody, not that if possible, and encourage them over this holiday season and into next year. Don't wait to be the first one to reach out to your brothers and sisters. Just reach out, see how they're doing, and listen. Let them know that they do not have to walk this path alone. Saying I'm not okay is not weakness, it's courage. And to the families of the fallen, and to the men and women I serve with, we just want them all to know you're not alone. And in closing, to the families of the fallen, your loved one's life, given in service, leaves us with a debt that no one could repay. But we can, as citizens, as veterans, as family members, honor their legacy by living with a purpose, by taking care of one another. And that's what today is all about. The Gold Star tree is more than a decoration. It's a living tribute. Each ornament and each photo tells a story of courage, love, and sacrifice. It ensures that the names and faces of the Massachusetts service members who gave their lives in defense of this great nation are never forgotten. In this holiday season, amid lights and joy, this tree stands as a beacon of remembrance in the Commonwealth. And it is with that in mind that I am honored to call forward our Gold Star families to their left, my right, to join us to share the name and rank and hometown of their hero. And I want to say thank you for allowing us to join with you here today.
Marine Lance Corporal Andrew Zabrick from Chelmsford, Mass.
United States Army Specialist Jason John Welch, Everett, Massachusetts. Just so you know.
Charles J. Sabatier, Jr., E4, U.S. Army, Wellesley, Massachusetts.
Senior Airman Stephen Como died by suicide July 12, 2020, serving active duty in the United States Air Force in West Springfield, Mass. I also have Nina Collins, her son Timothy Knoll. She's with me, she couldn't come up. He was an Army veteran who died by suicide in 2022. And I have Cameron Marshall, who died by suicide from Agawam, First Indy, and Court Marshall. I said I would say their names for them.
Marine Ronald Valentin from Fitchburg, Mass.
Sergeant Christopher Vaz, U.S. Army, Korea.
Sergeant Gifford Russell Metz, U.S. Army, from Wellesley, Massachusetts.
Lance Corporal Edward Teddy Johnson from Charlestown, Mass. was killed in Vietnam on August 27, 1967.
I'm here to honor the name of my brother, Kyle Thomas Duffy. He was in the Navy, Petty Officer, 3rd Class, Master of Arms. He died by suicide August 12, 2024.
I'm here to honor Specialist Nicholas Arthur Outhuse, Palmer, Massachusetts.
Our hero is my sister, her daughter, Deanna Kelsey Richards, Senior Airman. She grew up in Ashland with us, passed away in 2017.
Petty Officer, 2nd Class, Navy Seabee, Dawn Hart, Wakefield, Mass.
Philip Waltman, Air Force, Air Rescue, Vietnam War.
E5 Richard Dennehy, U.S. Navy, Wakefield, and he was in Vietnam.
Maria Souza, Andover, Massachusetts. I'm here to honor my husband, Sergeant Eugene Souza, served in Vietnam, died of Agent Orange.
Sergeant Michael Jason Kelly, Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan, was killed in action, National Guard.
Marine Corporal John Sullivan, Somerville, Mass. Never forgotten.
HM3 Megan Elizabeth Burns died in 2019 from South Deerfield, Massachusetts.
Jacob J. Orchard, Petty Officer, 3rd Class, died in 2005 from South Boston.
Staff Sergeant Raymond G. Torville, Marine Corps, died by hidden wounds, 2024.
Staff Sergeant and Firefighter Kevin James O'Boyle, Salem, Massachusetts, Operation Enduring Freedom, died by suicide August 2013.
Private Daniel Lawrence Lavoisier died 2014, U.S. Army, Carver, Massachusetts. His children, Callie and his son, Everett.
Corporal Lee Stanhope, U.S. Army, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Sergeant Michael Chesna, 2018, Iraq and Afghanistan.
Jeanette Rose, my husband's Alton Guttrow, retired Army.
My son, PFC Brian Lounsbury, Cambridge, Mass., U.S. Army Cavalry Scout.
Diane Hooks Harrison, James Harrison, December 26,
2017 Army, one day at a time.
My son was air warfare. He was second class, petty officer second class, Andrew Robert Bibbo. He was killed in a training mission in Nevada in 2007. Thank you.
My husband, Master Gunnery Sergeant Ed Mishazik, United States Marine Corps, retired, Vietnam, East Bridgewater, Mass.
Master Sergeant Roy Smith, United States Air Force, Wareham, Massachusetts.
My brother, Russell Smith, 82nd Airborne, died in Iraq, 1991.
I'm reading two names here today, one for Amanda Braga Tipton, for her brother Josh Tipton from Cape Cod, Mass. It's Sergeant Joshua Tipton, Josh's boots. And my son, Timothy Doc Cook, South Boston, Massachusetts, and the Timothy Doc Cook Scholarship Foundation. Thank you.
My husband, Sergeant Robert Lee Brown, United States Marine Corps, Vietnam.
My husband, Robert Burt Jr., Army, 101st Airborne, died from Agent Orange from Vietnam.
My son, Sergeant Tyrone Hines, U.S. The Army. He died 2012 from Dorchester.
My husband was James Richard Rippey. He was a Vietnam vet, E2, from Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Our beloved son, Army Specialist Antonio Javier Saracos from Lynn, Mass., served in Afghanistan. He died in an on-base accident, January of 2013.
My husband, Captain Charles J. Savage, her grandfather, who she never got to meet, unfortunately, U.S. Army in Vietnam. Thank you.
My son, George Scott Fennell, U.S. Navy, killed in Operation Desert Storm. My husband, George Mickey Fennell, U.S. Air Force, Lowell, Mass.
Hi, Daddy.
Sergeant McDouglas Deegan. He was with the 1st Ranger Regiment, 1st Ranger Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, and he was from Quincy.
Hello.
My husband, David Ward, U.S. Army.
Marine Corporal John Edwardson from Wilmington died on September 24th, 1942 on the island of Guadalcanal. He, along with 9 other Marines, were buried where they fell, and their remains stayed there. And last September, after 82 years, I got a call that his remains had been identified and he was finally coming home. And in April of this year, we buried him with his mother and father in the town of Wilmington. He was just 21 years old when he died.
My beloved husband, Robert Francis Ty, U.S. Marine Corps.
My nephew, Jason John Welch, died of complications from PTSD. LTFOOY, Jason Welch.
Okay, I know I'm back up again, but I have a Vietnam veteran, Thomas Ventura, who served 23 years and died due to medical. I have Corporal Jeffrey Buford, whose mom couldn't be here today, active duty, died in 2007. I also have, I have Master Sergeant Scott Blaze, he was United States Air Force, and Staff Sergeant Michael, I can't read my thing, Simpson, he was U.S. Army, and one more, and I promise I'm done, Corporal Curtis Backel. These were all Massachusetts residents. He died in 2023 by suicide.
Army Specialist for Steven Guzman, Aguas Viva, Quincy, Massachusetts.
My father, Jose Enrique Mendez Lasalle, he served for the U.S. Army, and he unfortunately passed away from suicide. He was from Dorchester, Massachusetts, by the way.
My son, United States Marine Corporal Nicholas G. Exaros, 1st Battalion, 9th Marines, 2nd Battalion, 8th Marines, killed in action July 23rd, 2009, in Afghanistan. I miss my son.
Thank you all. Thank you very, very much. I'd like to now take a moment to welcome the St. Mary's Lynn Choir, and they'd like to come forward again to sing a song of remembrance. So let's welcome these young people. I wanted them to take a second bow. That was spectacular. Thank you, ladies, so very much. What a wonderful afternoon we have spent together. I have enjoyed every second of this. So much respect and love and gratitude in this room, something I think we all need at this time of year and in this particular world. So I am so glad that we could share this time together. So thank you all very, very much. Let me invite up to the podium for our benediction today Rabbi Don Slipnikoff from the Temple Israel of Boston.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to begin with gratitude and thanks for the invitation to be here, to be let into this sacred, vulnerable space with the trust that you've extended to all of us here. Thank you so much. This time of year invites us to gather close, to family, to friends, and to memory. It asks us to hold both joy and longing at the same time. The holidays, for so many of us, carry not only warmth and tradition, but also absence. And today we honor that truth without rushing past it. We sit in it, but we sit in it together. In our Jewish tradition, Hanukkah teaches us that a single flame kindled with care has the power to push back darkness. And once it is lit, it does something even more beautiful. It invites other lights to join it. One becomes two, and two become many until the room is alight and everyone within it is changed. This season across our traditions reminds us of that same sacred hope, that love endures, that goodness can be chosen again and again, and that our light is strongest when it is shared. Holy source of blessing, may the days ahead be filled with moments of giving and receiving, of kindness offered and kindness accepted. May the memory of our loved ones be a source of forever blessing, carrying forward the love, the values, the presence of those who forever remain a part of our lives. And may the lights of this season in our homes and within our hearts guide us towards peace, guide us towards one another, and guide us towards a future shaped by compassion and goodwill. God bless you all, and happy holidays.
Rabbi, thank you. Governor, thank you. Madam Auditor, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thanks to all of you for being here. I hope that it is a wonderful, happy holiday season for everyone in this room. And as we leave, we would love for everybody to join in for a round of silent night. So if we all want to stand, that would be great. And my fear is that I may have to lead us. Oh, good, I don't. None of us wants to end on that. Thank you all very much.